Okay, today we're going to talk more about rational versus irrational numbers. So yesterday in the assignment, we had to classify the difference between the two. Today we're going to be working at ALEKS, and some of the questions in ALEKS I want to go over to make sure you know how to do them so you don't have to come back and ask questions when you get to them. So they might give you a decimal that says 0.7814 ... You need to look at it, and then over on the side they're going to ask you questions like, is this a terminating decimal? Is this a repeating decimal? Or is this a decimal that does not terminate or repeat? So you need to determine, does it terminate, does it repeat, or does it not terminate or repeat? So if I go back to what we talked about yesterday, you see the dots at the end. There is no pattern repeating. So this is a non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. So you would choose this option. Then over here it asks you two questions. It asks you, can you write this as a fraction, or can you not write this as a fraction? So as we said yesterday, if it is a non-terminating, non-repeating decimal, this means it's irrational. You cannot write irrational numbers as a fraction. So no, you could not write it as a fraction. Okay? If they give you 0.4747 ... Once again, jump to the very last questions. Is this terminating? Is this repeating? Or does it not terminate or not repeat? Well, it goes on forever, but we can see that it's repeating. It's got 47 and then 47. So it is a repeating decimal. Repeating, we said, were rational numbers. And yes, you can write rational numbers as fractions. Every fraction is rational. So then come over here and choose yes. If they give you 0.125 of a bar over it, go to the last three questions. Does it terminate? No. Does it repeat? Yes. It's rational there. So therefore, yes, you can write it as a fraction. If they give you 0.98, does it terminate? Does it repeat? Does it not terminate or repeat? Well, it terminates. It ends. There's nothing there. And yes, we can write those as fractions because it's rational. Okay? If they go 0.129874 ... Does it terminate? No. Does it repeat? No. It's a non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. Therefore, it's irrational. And no, I cannot write those as fractions. So on the ALEKS part, answer these questions first. Then go back and answer yes or no, can you write it as a fraction? Okay? Rational numbers can all be fractions. Irrational numbers cannot be written as fractions. That is part of the ALEKS assignment. The other part's exactly what we just did. So they're going to give you numbers at 0.71, and you're going to tell me, yes, that's rational. They'll give you numbers like pi, and you'll say, no, that is irrational. They'll give you like 2/5, and you'll say, yes, that is rational. They'll give you like 7 pi. Well, if it's got pi in it, it's irrational. Okay? So you got to classify the difference between rational and irrational. All right, hope you remember what a rational versus irrational number is. Get your ALEKS done, and when you're done with ALEKS, then you are good.